Alrighty, what's up, you stupid as fuck motherfuckers? Peter Gilmore here for this late night video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet. But most importantly, tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And YouTube can somehow, some way send my videos out to you, because they're not doing it because they're fucktards. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So like the video, subscribe, share the video all over the internet, and most importantly, tap that bell to get notified when I go live. That's all I got to say about that. All right, I apologize for the lateness of this video. I had to do a lot of stuff in the house, and if you notice now, I got a new look. I'm in my bedroom now with my my makeshift closet behind me. Got the air conditioner next to me, so I'm cool. I can stay cool instead of being in the other part of the house where I'm fucking hot, sweating up a storm. No wonder my balls are fucking wet. But that's another story for another time. So I gotta get my boo. Babe, get my phone. Where the desk used to be. It's around that area. So anyway, so I'm gonna put the link out on Facebook and Twitter so you guys can join me for this live chat on this late Sunday night, July the 19th, 2020, or if you're watching from somewhere else in the world, it is now July the 20th, 2020, getting really close to the end of July, and keep rolling on with this fucking year that really needs to end. It's been a really bad year with this fucking virus, with everything else. Thank you very much. You'll get a cookie later. So, so let me just put the hold on, give me 1 second. Let me put the link out on Facebook and put it on Twitter, or as I call it, Twatter. Yeah, it's a little delay on Facebook, so I'm not Facebook. I don't know. There's a little delay on YouTube, as it always is, but it is what it is. All right, so gonna give me a couple minutes, and I will. I'm gonna do this the hard way, as I always do. So put the link out on Facebook. Just about to go up right now. And then I'm gonna go to. I would do it on my desktop, but it's I had to move everything over, so everything's all fucked up, as it always is. I'm using my phone, so if I can get to the damn site. It takes a little while, so. By the way, before I start, check out my NXT review I did early in the day on this channel. So if you're watching now, go a video behind and watch my NXT review, and give it a like, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment or two. So hold on, give me 1 second. Put it on Twitter so all you twats can okay. All right, so links are out on So the links are out on Facebook and Twitter. So come on in. Let's talk Extreme Fools. I mean, Extreme Rules. Or I'm sorry, the horror show at Extreme Rules, which happened a couple hours ago, and so this is my 2020 The Horror Show at Extreme Rules review. Welp. That's W-E-L-P, not well. Welp. This, yeah. So Extreme Rules happened tonight, and yeah, this pay-per-view fucking sucked. This was horrible. Fucking horrible. This pay-per-view should be fucking extinct. You should get rid of this pay-per-view. It's fucking horrible. Not even that many hardcore matches. Just abysmal. Not abyss. Abyss. But I got allergies up the wazoo right now, so excuse me. Yeah, like I said, this pay-per-view sucked. Waste of fucking time. And, you know, this weekend, you had 2 pay-per-views. You had Extreme Rules tonight, and then last night you had Slammiversary. And I hate to say it, but Slammiversary was better. TNA actually beat WWE for once. Yay, TNA! Yay! Slammiversary, even though I hated it, it was much better than this crap. Fucking horrible fucking show. Horrible. That's what WWE has been going lately. Down the toilet. The ship is sinking fast, and Vince McMahon doesn't care. Was he's a piece of fucking shit. And if you don't like it, you're fired. What did you say, woman? What? Oh, whatever. Rosa said something, and I don't know what she said. I think she said hello. She says hello. She says hello to all her fans. All one of them. Actually, she has a couple of fans, Jeffrey Rose and Andre Cobiel. So, yeah. Rosa says hello to you, Jeffrey and Andre. Because that's the only fan she has. I have millions and millions of fans. Because I'm the champ, motherfucker. I wish I had my... Actually, where was my belt? I don't know what my belt is. Somewhere in this mausoleum of a house. But it is what it is. So yeah. This was a fucking horrible pay-per-view, like I said. Just abysmal. I mean, it started off okay. I mean, the tag team title match was the only good thing on the show. And then Asuka and Sasha was actually a pretty decent match. The ending fucking sucked. Like most of these matches fucking sucked. This was just a fucking throwaway pay-per-view. Like most of the other pay-per-views they've had. Like Payback. Payback was garbage in my eyes. And now on the road to their 3rd biggest pay-per-view of the year, SummerSlam, coming up in a couple weeks. And you know that's going to suck too. Because as I was hearing from JD, that they tore up the card, they tore up the script of what SummerSlam was going to be. They tore that up, so now it's going to be completely different. But it's still going to suck fucking dick. Just like this fucking show. That's like this fucking company. This This company is garbage, ladies and gentlemen. This fucking company is fucking garbage. What happened to the company I watched from 1985 to the Attitude Era, to the Ruthless Aggression Era? Ever since the PG era, it turned to shit. What the fuck happened? I can tell you what happened. John's fucking Cena. If Cena never came into the fucking WWE, I think the WWE would be flying high right now. Blame John Cena, blame Roman Reigns for this fucking shit. And blame creative, you blame everybody in the book for WWE's fall from grace. Fucking horrible company. They don't care. They don't give two shits. All Vince McMahon cares about is the money. And he's losing a lot of money right now. Because fans are revolting. They don't give two shits. They're going to AEW, the fucking best company in the world. And I'm not saying that because I'm an AEW mark. I'm saying it as a wrestling fan. A long-time wrestling fan. I've been watching since 1978. I'm just sick and tired of the WWE right now. And I have to watch it because there's nothing else to watch on Monday night and Friday night and Wednesday night, besides AEW, of course. Nothing on TV. All my shows are gone right now because of this fucking virus. I can watch reruns of Supernatural, and I can watch reruns of Legacies. That's the only two shows I watch. And Walking Dead, I can watch the fucking... I can watch on Netflix. Fucking horrible. That's why AEW's flying high and WWE's in the toilet. I'm telling you right now, SummerSlam is going to suck, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to fucking suck. And it's the third biggest pay-per-view of the year. The biggest party of the summer. It's going to be the biggest flop of the summer. Because if you think about it, all the where some of the storylines are starting to go, especially the Sasha Bailey one, the hottest thing going today, Sasha and Bailey. That's the only thing WWE has right now. Drew McIntyre's not marketable as a champion. Braun Strowman's boring as fuck as a champion. The tag team division is a joke. The women's tag team division is a joke. The women's division is a joke. The whole company is a joke. Not the same company I used to know back in the 80s with Hulk Hogan, brother, and Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah, dig it. And Roddy Piper. And the Junkyard Dog. And Big John Studd and Bundy. You know what I'm talking about. King Kong Bundy. And the Hart Foundation and Demolition and the Rockers and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. And the Game Triple H. And the greatest wrestler of all time, the Phenom, The Undertaker. Prove me wrong if you think The Undertaker's not the greatest of all time. The greatest wrestler of all time. Forget Lou Thesz, forget Bruno Sammartino, forget Bob Backlund, forget Hogan. Well, Hogan's up there, but, the greatest wrestler of all time, in my eyes, is The Undertaker. 30 fucking years of awesomeness. You put Jericho up there. He's the GOAT, of course. Mysterio. Eddie Guerrero. Another GOAT. Not that kind of GOAT, but, Because he lies, he cheats, he steals. Viva la raza. Ese, mamacita. Latino heat. Rose's favorite wrestler. Because he's Mexican. Though Rosa likes like all the other Mexican wrestlers saying Lucha Libre Telemundo, Televisión Excelente, Psicosis, Conan, the guy that has zero miedo, you know who he is, Pentagon Jr., another great guy. Wish he got fucking more credit for what he does. But the Lucha Brothers should be fucking tag team champions. I don't know why they went there when they debuted. When they came into AEW, they didn't give them the belts. I don't understand why. I don't know why. What's going on with my bottom of my computer? It is what it is. So yeah. But enough about that. This, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this fucking pay-per-view fucking sucked. And that's that. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. And like I said, the chat room's open. We're not going to talk too long. We've got other things to do. And what's that? Hello, little girl. Hello, little girl. Come here. Come here. What did you think of Extreme Rules, Zuzu? What did you think? I thought the show was fucking horrible. It smelled just like my poop. Fucking stupid fucking shit. It smelled like my poop, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, okay. Say hello to your fans. Suzu thought the show sucked. Rosa thought the show sucked. I think everybody on the internet thought this show sucked. Except for WJ, but, you know, he's trolling as usual. He thought it was a 6 out of 10. You know, this show was very close to being a dud. Very, very, very close to being a dud. If it wasn't for the tag title match, this would have been a dud. Probably the worst pay-per-view of all time. Next to December to Dismember. This was horrible. And I'm going to get to it in just a little bit. All right, we got some chat in the we got people in the chat. Electric Viper 93. I think I know what this is. My good buddy Vincent from Facebook. Show Street Entertainment greater than Peter Gilmore. No. What you posting right now? You trying to be posting? That fucking piece of shit he is. Sucking up to that piece of crap. And his whore. No. That man is the disgrace of this fucking website. And he should be taken off this platform. Because he goes away for 3 weeks. We all thought he was dead. But we all knew better. He makes his stupid comeback with a Black Lives Matter video, acting like a complete fucking idiot. And then, as always, he tries to get relevant and makes his CM Punk videos with no source. Oh, by the way, how Bully Ray was on tonight? Wrong. He was on the pre-show. That doesn't count. Making his date come back. Bullshit. Just don't believe this fake fucking news that you see on Facebook and on different websites, especially this website. Don't believe all this bullshit. Especially people like come on come on this platform and think that CM Punk's gonna face John Cena at WrestleMania. It's not gonna happen. So for people who do those videos, fuck you. Get the fuck off this platform. That's all I gotta say about that. And you know who I'm talking about. I don't have to even say it. I already said his name, but I don't give two shits. He wants to get his name relevant, so people talk about him. Because he can't do it himself. He can't fight his own battles. He has to hide behind his fucking whore of a friend who's a fucking whore. That's all I gotta say about that. Fuck him. Fuck his whore too. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. So me and a bunch of other people are way better than him. That's all I gotta say about that. Impact has been better all year, even with their champion getting fired. Yeah, Impact has been pretty damn good this year, even with Tessa Blanchard getting fired and dropping the Impact World title. Now Eddie Edwards has it. You know, big ups to Eddie Edwards, the hardest working man in TNA. You know, TNA has been doing great this year. You know, then they were on Pursuit, now they're on Access TV, a much better fucking channel in my eyes. You know, they still show in New Japan. It's great. You know, I get New Japan for free, so fuck you guys, have to pay $15.99 a month for that shit. And who still have the network for $9.99. I got the free version, which I don't even really care, but I don't watch it anyway, so I just have it on my PS4. So, well, yeah, TNA's been going great. You know, Slammiversary, and if you're a TNA fan, was pretty decent. You know, with the comebacks and the debuts. Gallows and Anderson debuting last night. They're going to be a big threat to the North for the tag team belts. Probably win them. Probably at the next pay-per-view. Probably on Impact. Deonna Purrazzo, the new Knockouts champion. Rich Swann came back. We had the return of Eric Young in the main event, making it a fatal five-way. The return of EC3 with a mustache now, almost like a beard. I don't know what they're gonna do with EC3. I think he's gonna go after Eddie Edwards most likely, and probably get back the belt for the third time. We'll see what happens over the next coming weeks with the man known as Derek Bateman. But you know, the ratings don't show, but TNA's doing way better than WWE right now. In the pay-per-view of the week, you know, Slammiversary was much better than this shit tonight. You know, if TNA got that one guy, I don't know who they could get, maybe like a Roman Reigns or a Cena. But Cena's not coming back anytime soon, but it is what it is. I'm just hypothetically saying, if they got somebody like Cena, they got Roman Reigns, or God forbid, CM Punk. Punk was in TNA back in the day, so maybe he'd make his return. But if they got somebody like that, one of those three guys, TNA will be so much better than it is right now. They were getting a lot. I mean, they were probably getting over 1 million views if they got one of those guys. But they're doing good. You know, they've been around 18 fucking years, and they're still going. They're gonna go on for another 18. They got a pretty decent roster. The women's division is way better than the WWE. Not as great as the AEW, but pretty decent. Jordan Grace and Kiera Hogan, Tasha Steelz, Taya Valkyrie, Rosemary, Jordan Grace, like I said. Their women's division is pretty damn good. Not great, but pretty damn good. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, but Impact's doing pretty damn good. Doing pretty good. And, you know, we buried, I mean, ever since like 2010, 2012, we've been burying Impact, burying TNA. You know, when Hogan was there with Bischoff, when they almost killed TNA. And then the Dixie Carter honey years. When Dixie Carter almost ran TNA into the ground. The whole thing with Jeff Jarrett and Global Force Wrestling. You know, but TNA, you know, with Billy Corgan buying the company, and then Anthem Sports basically resurrecting TNA, and now owns TNA. You know, TNA going on different channels, like Destination America, like Pop. And now, you know, going to Pursuit. And now they're on Access TV, which goes out to a lot more people. If you have Dish, if you have Mania, if you have Dish, because I don't think it's on DirecTV. Or, you know, and they're going out on Twitch. They get a lot of viewers on Twitch. Like I said, TNA's doing way better than WWE now. Now has a better product, pretty decent matches. Tag team division is way better. You know, they don't have many tag teams right now. The X division, you know, doesn't have that many stars. They have Rich Swann, Willie Mack, Ace Austin, Trey Miguel, a couple other guys. You know, you could throw Eddie Edwards in there. Throw Sammy Callahan in that. You know, Sammy Callahan's, you know, and his, by the way, Sammy Callahan and what's his name? Ken Shamrock. That match fucking sucked. Holy crap! What the fuck happened to Ken Shamrock? He looked so fucked up. I felt bad for Sammy, and I love Sammy. Not like that, but you know, Sammy's a great wrestler. But that match that they had, it was supposed to be historic. No way. I thought it was a letdown. You know, Ken Shamrock's like 55 years old and he still can't even go. The matches he had with what's his name with Moose weren't that great. You know, Ken Shamrock's trying to get that fire back that he had when he was in the Attitude Era as the most dangerous man, former Intercontinental Champion. Just doesn't have it no more. And that's that. But Impact's doing pretty damn good, and I advise you all to watch this Wednesday night as the Fallout from Slammiversary on Access TV and Twitch. You know, they're competing against AEW Dark. It is what it is. But like I said, you know, big ups to my boy Andre Copil. You know, Andre TNA's doing pretty damn good. Just wish they had that one guy that it can piggyback on, and TNA would be flying high like it was back in the early days when they had AJ Styles, they had Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin, Sting, and Kurt Angle. You know, the Motor City Machine Guns, beer, money of James Storm and Bobby Roode, EY, you know, Team Canada, The Beatdown Clan when MVP was there with Bobby Lashley. The Aces and Eights who might or look to be coming back. I can't wait for Aces and Eights to come back. It looks like Gallows and Anderson might be the first people there. Because Gallows was part of Aces and Eights. So maybe they'll form like a Bullet Club type thing. We just call it Aces and Eights. That's that. So yeah, Impact has had a pretty decent year so far. Impact has had a pretty damn good year so far. Last couple of years have been pretty good for TNA. I just wish they had a better freaking play-by-play guy. Not a big fan of Josh Matthews. Big fan of freaking Don Callis. But Josh Matthews needs to go. I don't know who he can get. Maybe Joey Styles. Imagine Joey Styles in TNA. Oh my God! You probably hate the company anyway. You probably won't. I don't think Joey Styles will fit in TNA. Just maybe get rid of Ian Riccaboni and Ring of Honor. He'd jump over to TNA. Not that I'm a big fan of Ian Riccaboni. You know, he's doing commentary with I think what's his name? Caprice Coleman. He did it with Cole Cabana, but Cole Cabana's now in AEW sucking dick. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No, I miss Kevin Kelly in Ring of Honor. I miss him. He's doing New Japan now with two other guys, not Don Callis. Even the New Japan commentary team is not bad. You know, besides Kevin Kelly screaming up a storm with the other two guys. I think if you look at wrestling today, the greatest commentary team right now is JR, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. Fuck Michael Cole. Fuck Corey Graves. Fuck Tom Phillips. Samoa Joe I could deal with because he's pretty damn good on commentary. And fuck Byron Saxton. WWE's commentary team fucking sucks. Fucking horrible. Not like the days of Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. Will you stop? One of the greatest commentary teams of all time. Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. Not like the days of Vince McMahon and Jesse the Body Ventura. Well, I'll tell you, man. Well, I'll tell you something, McMahon. I can't do his voice, but that was a good commentary team back in the day. JR and Jerry the King Lawler, one of the greatest of all time. Gordon Soley and Jim Ross. Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone back in WCW and NWA. Even freaking Paul Heyman and Jim Ross was good. Not in WWE, but I'm saying in WCW. Before Heyman formed the Dangerous Alliance. But some good freaking commentary teams back in the day. Today, no. Besides JR, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone, and to an extent Taz and Chris Jericho. Jericho's fucking God, but it is what it is. Commentary in wrestling is boring. Just you know what they need, ladies and gentlemen. I think you know they need guys like me. They need guys like my good buddy Joe Cronin. Big ups to Joe. You need JD, who's doing House of Glory. Like I said, me, JD, and Joe should be the fucking commentary team of Monday Night Raw. Or SmackDown. We tell it like it is. We won't give two shits about what Vince has to say in our ears and stuff. Like, you can't say that. We're like, Vince, fuck you. We're doing our job. Shut up. You know, get the word out. Me, JD, and Joe Cronin for commentary. I wouldn't have to say much. I just agree with whatever Joe Cronin says most of the time. JD, you know, I agree with most of the time. He's an egomaniac, but it is what it is. I'll somehow have to get along with JD. That's that. We'll move on. All right, I talked for 35 minutes. I haven't even talked about Extreme Rules, but I'll get to that in a minute. Electric Viper, the Italian-American champ. That's right. But I'm not Italian-American. I'm Italian, but I'm not Italian-American. I did not live in Italy. My grandfather, God rest his mighty soul, lived in Bari. And that's where the Pompilio name came from. So I just fucking I exposed my fucking real name. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. But my real name is Gilmore. So anyway, so yeah, I am the YWC Universal Champion. The face that runs this fucking place. Not that fucking dick-showing fucker from Fall River, Massachusetts. You know who he is. I am the face that runs this fucking place. I should be getting more fucking subs. I should be getting the love. I should be having 100,000 subs like JD. I should be having like 60,000 subs like Joe Cronin has. I should be getting the fucking love, damn it. You know, I'm not the... I don't have a pretty face or, you know, I know a lot about wrestling. I've been watching since 1978. So my wrestling knowledge can be up there with the guy, with Joe Cronin and Andre Corbeil and Bill Apter and JD. I should get fucking respect, goddammit. So subscribe today. Let's get that. Let's start the ball rolling and start the subscriber train going up and 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 up like a dick in your mama's ass. So let's get the ball rolling. Tell your friends about the channel, about my other channels as well, which are in the description box. Let's start getting millions and millions of subs right now. That's that. And we move on. I know we got a lot of comments right now. I'm going to get to them. Big Ben Bittner Vlogging and Gaming Channel. I heard this. I've been hearing a lot about this guy named Big Ben. You know, people want me to, check out his channel. He gives a peace sign. So what's up, Big Ben? Not Big Ben Roethlisberger of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but by the way, fuck him. Fuck him and the Steelers. Supposedly they have the #1 defense in the NFL. Fuck no! The #1 defense in the NFL is the San Francisco 49ers! Just saying. Fuck the Steelers, because they're going nowhere this year. It's all about the Niners this year. Revenge. Revenge is on our mind. We're coming back with a vengeance, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go back to the Super Bowl, and this time we will fucking win. We will not choke like we did last year. To that fucking prick, Patrick Mahomes. Fuck Mahomes. Fuck Patrick Mahomes. Fuck Russell Wilson. Fuck Dak Prescott. And fuck Tom Brady for that matter. I'd like to see in the NFC title game Tom Brady versus Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo will run circles around that motherfucker. And that horrible fucking offense that he has. Sure, the Bucs might win the NFC South, but they ain't going nowhere. Brady's not going to lead them to the promised land. He has Tampa Bay has a fucking horrible offensive line. Horrible. Brady's going to be on his ass all season. Even with Gronk. Who's not the greatest tight end of today. That's George Kittle, motherfucker. Don't give me that bullshit with that guy in Kansas City. What was his name? Kelsey? Fuck him. George Kittle's the best tight end right now. Fuck him. Fuck Kelsey. Fuck Gronk. Fuck all the other tight ends in the National Football League. That's that. All right, my good buddy from Mexico, Javier Alejandro Patsecasa. I bet he's probably coming in his pants when I said that. But he says, "Hi, what's up, Javier? How you doing, sir? Shouldn't you be in bed by now?" Actually, it's what time? What's it like? 11 o'clock at night in Mexico. But I love my Mexican fans. I love them all. That's all I have to say about it. When I saw the end of the fight between Sasha versus Asuka and see Sasha champion, I wanted to cut my veins. well, don't do that. You know, don't slit your wrist and try suicide, because suicide is not the answer, and you're going to fucking hell. So don't do that, Tyre. You know, one of my good subscribers. I don't want to hear you die because you slit your wrist because of a fucking wrestling match. Come on. But yeah, the ending of Sasha and Bailey, woohoo, botch. Sasha and Asuka fucking sucked. And by the way, Sasha never won the belt. Asuka's still the champion, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha only won because Bailey put on the referee uniform because the referee was knocked out because he got blinded by the mist. And that's that. So Sasha is not a 5-time champion. So Asuka's still technically the Raw Women's Champion. They'll probably have something tomorrow, coming up tomorrow night on Raw, talking about that. They might have a rematch on Raw. You know how after a pay-per-view they have rematches galore on both brands, even on NXT too. But Sasha's not the champion. If they would have gave it to Sasha, she would have won probably cleanly, even without help from Bailey. They wanted to give her the title, which we all thought that she was going to do anyway. But she's not the champion. The ending fucking sucked. It should have just ended in a disqualification. And Sasha would have won by DQ. But you had to have Bailey to continue this long fucking thing with Bailey and Sasha. You know, Bailey, they're going to come out tomorrow like, we have all the women's belts. We're the greatest of all time. Yeah. And then Asuka comes out screaming up a storm. No, not yet, no, not. You don't have belts. You cheated. And Kairi saying, fuck it. Anybody see Kairi saying tonight? Holy fucking shit. She looked like an 80s punk rock star. Woo. She was fucking hot tonight. Oh, my God. She had my dick at attention, if you know what I mean. She's my second wife, of course. I was at attention all night watching Kairi. It's gonna suck when she's gonna be gone. She'll be in my bed all the rest of her days, getting fucked in the ass. Because she's my second wife. She's the best. Not as great as Asuka, but, you know. Because nobody is ready for Asuka. Suck my dick. But you knew that already. That's that. With that result, they gave us to understand that they prefer to give gold to $2 than to $2. Wow. Than the new talent. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't call it $2, but you know. I don't know what I don't understand what you were talking about, but But yeah, like I said, Sasha and Bayley, the hottest thing going today, so why not give them the fucking belts? They're not going to give it to Nikki Cross. They're not going to give it to Natalya. They're not going to give it to Liv Morgan or Ruby Riott or Kyrie. They really should give it to Kyrie before she leaves. That's that. But that's all I got to say about that. And that's that. All right, let's finally, after 45 fucking minutes of pure bedlam, let's get into Extreme Rules. So, like I said, it was fucking horrible. Only one good match on the fucking show match, and it was Kevin Owens taking on Murphy, and it was funny. This was a really last minute thing. Last minute match they threw in, and Kevin Owens went on Twitter, said, "Oh, I better get to the Performance Center." So they had the match. Kevin Owens won with a super kick and then a stunner. So he picks up the victory. Match wasn't anything to write home about. So he picks up the victory. That's all nice and dandy. And that's it. All right, then we start off the show, the pay-per-view, this horrible fucking pay-per-view, with our first match, a tables match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. We had the champions, The New Day of Big E and Kofi Kingston, taking on Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. This was the match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Everything else fucking sucked. This was a great match. Not golden great, but pretty damn good. Starts off with Cesaro and Nakamura taking control over Big E and Kofi. Nakamura gets dumped to the outside to the New Day double team Cesaro. Kofi leaps off Big E's back and slashes Cesaro in the corner. Big E falls with a belly-to-belly suplex. And then they go to the outside. Just want to check something. They go to the outside, and the New Day slam Nakamura into the barricade before slamming Cesaro into the ring steps. So they're in full control. Big E sets up a table on the outside, but Shinsuke makes the save. He drops the ring steps on Big E and sets up a table in the ring. And then Nakamura and Cesaro take Kofi up top, go for a double team suplex through the table, but Big E made the save. Big E then sets up Shinsuke for a Doomsday Device through the table, but Cesaro made the save. Then the New Day put Nakamura on the table, and then on the outside, Big E launches Kofi over the top rope, but Cesaro pulls Nakamura off the table and slams it into Kingston in midair. Ow. And then Cesaro and Shinsuke try to suplex Big E over the top and through the table, but Big E somehow escaped. Big E suplexes Cesaro back into the ring, but Shinsuke leveled Big E with a knee shot. And then Shinsuke set up another table at ringside, but Kofi heads up top and dives on the Shinsuke. Big E then worked over Cesaro in the corner as Kofi kicks Nakamura in the ribs on the outside. And then New Day set up a second table on top of that table that Nakamura set up. That'll be used later. Big E takes Cesaro up top, goes for a superplex through the stacked tables, but Cesaro knocks Big E down to the mat, and then delivers the Cesaro swing of doom. Nakamura connects with a basement dropkick, KRS-1, to Big E's head while he's swinging. Not perfect. It wasn't perfect, but it was still effective. Then they go to the outside. Kofi levels Cesaro with a leaping clothesline off the ring steps. Then he drags Cesaro back into the ring, takes him up top. Kofi goes for a hurricanrana through the stacked table, but Cesaro blocked it, picks up Kofi, boom! Powerbombed him through both tables, and Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura win the match and become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Thank you. Thank you, WWE, for finally giving Cesaro a chance. Thank you, WWE, for getting the belts off the New Day. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now Can you have Shinsuke and Cesaro hold him for about 6 months? Don't give him back to the New Day for the 9th time. Don't make Cesaro and Shinsuke transitional champions. Let them fucking hold the belts. Come on. That's all I ask. That's all the WWE Universe asks. But Cesaro and Shinsuke win the belts. We'll see what happens on Friday Night SmackDown as they start their reign as champions. Like I said, New Day will probably get a rematch that I don't give two shits about. I hope they don't really quick. But knowing WWE, they'll fuck this up. And that's that. So the match was pretty good. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Like I said, the match of the night. And we'll see what happens on Friday Night SmackDown with Shinsuke and Cesaro. Let's see how long they're short. What it is for this. All right, match number 2 for the Smack with the lovely boss Sasha Banks at ringside, taking on Nikki Cross with Alexa, the ever popular Alexa Bliss at ringside. And match was match. As my notes go completely berserk. Wasn't a great match. Predictable ending. And that's pretty much it. It's also with Bayley muscling Nikki to the corner to start, toss her around the ring like a rag doll. Nikki drops Bayley with a slap to face and hits a neck breaker for a near fall. Bayley goes to the outside to recover, but Nikki follows her out, hits a tornado DDT off the apron. And then she rolls Bayley back in the ring, connects with a diving crossbody from the top rope. Bayley then again goes back to the outside, but Nikki catches her with a diving crossbody from the apron. Bayley slams Nikki into the barricade to regain control, rolls Nikki back in the ring. She slams Nikki's head into the top turnbuckle, then locks in a rear chin lock. It's a little rest period. Nikki breaks free, but Bayley traps Nikki in the ring skirt, starts pounding on her like Nikki would. Nikki crawls under the ring and emerges on the other side. And then Bayley and Nikki meet in the ring. Bayley hits a Bayley belly for a near fall. I thought that was going to be it. Then Bayley takes Nikki up top, hits a superplex for a near fall. She tosses Nikki to the outside, goes for a sliding dropkick, but Nikki catches the leg, slams Bayley's ribs into the ring post. Ow. And Nikki rolls Bayley back in the ring, hits a neck breaker for a near fall. She hits not 1 but 2 back suplexes, but only gets another near fall out of that. Nikki heads up top, but Bayley knocks her back down to the mat, makes the cover for a near fall. She charges at Nikki in the corner. Nikki sidestepped. Bayley slams face first into the middle turnbuckle. Ow. Nikki gets a neck breaker off the apron before heading back in the ring. Sasha Banks hands Bayley her boss brass knuckles and then distracts the ref while Bayley punches Nikki in the ribs. And that was it for Nikki Cross as Bayley has. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So Bayley retains. Obviously, she was gonna win. There's no way that Nikki Cross was gonna win. But still a pretty decent match. Gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So Bayley continues her almost 1-year reign as champion. I don't think anybody can beat her except for Sasha right now. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So she gets the win, and Nikki once again dropped the ball. Back to the shadows you go, Nikki. That's all I gotta say about that. And we move on. All right, Javier Alejandro Pansecatza says Wyatt versus Braun looked great, and also Dolph versus Drew. Dolph versus Drew was pretty good, not great. The stipulation was kind of stupid. Wyatt versus Braun was okay. The ending kind of sucked, but thankfully the right guy won. But I'll get to that in a minute. But still, the pay-per-view sucked. It is. So Bayley picks up the victory, and we'll see what happens with her and Sasha on Raw tomorrow night and SmackDown this Friday night, and that's it. All right, then we get to the why did this happen match of the night. It's MVP with Bobby Lashley at ringside. We find out that Apollo Crews is still not medically clear to compete after being attacked by Bobby Lashley with Lashley, and basically crowned himself the new United States champion since Apollo Crews has technically forfeited the match. So now it looks like we're going to get double champions. We're going to get a WrestleMania 10 type of thing with MVP and Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews will have the old school United States belt, and MVP has the new look United States title. But so they're gonna go at it probably on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, or whenever, or maybe at SummerSlam, whenever Apollo is medically cleared to wrestle, which probably will be at SummerSlam. And it looks like they're gonna unify that United States title, both belts, to look like the new look United States title, and we'll see what happens with that. But this was a waste of time, just a filler match, not even a filler match, just to fill time. And that's it. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Raw with MVP, Lashley, and Apollo Crews, and that's it. And we move on from there, and that's it. If I didn't cut my veins, I would say it figuratively. That end made me sick. I threw up just like Seth Rollins, almost. Yeah, that would, I'll get to the eye for eye match in just a minute, but thankfully you didn't cut your veins, because the world would lose a pretty good guy. So don't do that, because suicide is not the answer, Javier. You may not like things in the WWE and in wrestling and in the world, but just don't cut your veins. Just don't do that, because you're gonna go to hell, and your family and friends are gonna miss you. You're gonna be crying up a storm. So don't do that, please. Just don't. Just learn to live with it, as Ric Flair said. That's that. Vodka. That's all I gotta say about that. So we'll see what happens with MVP and Apollo Crews and the United States title Monday night. That's all I have to say about that. All right, then we get to the eye for an eye match. Rey Mysterio taking on Seth Rollins. Well, this was going to be cinematic. Nope. It's a standard fucking match. And a predictable ending. Just what happened at the end was just pure disgusting. And the eyeball coming out was fake. They actually showed the eyeball, and that was a rubber eyeball that he got from Spirit World, or the Halloween store. But still, it was what it was, and guys like WJ liked this match. I don't know, he was trolling, of course, but I thought this match was That's all I can say about that. Rollins comes to the ring with a pair of pliers, but Mysterio snuck up behind him as the bell rang. Rollins claws at Mysterio's eye, but Mysterio fights back with a leg kick. There was a hurricanrana, sends Rollins shoulder first into the ring post. Mysterio then grabbed the pliers, goes for the eye, but Rollins blocked it. Mysterio pulls the table and a toolbox out from the ring. He grabs a piece of rebar, whatever that is, from the toolbox. Again goes for the eye, but again Rollins blocked it. Rollins pulls out a kendo stick from under the ring. Tries to draw the hits the Falcon Arrow on the apron, and tries to drive Mysterio's eye into the corner of the ring steps like he did weeks ago. He grips Mysterio into the barricade, then rolls him back into the ring. He tries again to drive the end of the candlestick into Mysterio's eye before dumping Mysterio back to the outside. He tries to put the leg of a steel chair into Mysterio's eye, and then goes after him with a toe holds Rollins into the announce table, and the corner of the table almost takes out Rollins' eye. Ew. Nasty. Rollins then grabs a rope, a toolbox, Mysterio's arm to the bottom rope. Ray catches Rollins with the head scissors and sends him face first into the ring apron, which gives Mysterio enough time to untie his arm from the bottom rope. And then Mysterio and Rollins head back into the ring. Rollins connects with a candlestick shot to the gut. Then he wedges the candlestick in the corner and tries to slam Mysterio's eye into the end of the stick, but Ray blocked it, and he hits a seated senton from the top, follows up with a Hurricane Rana. He heads up top, hits the frog splash, goes for the eye with his bare hands, but Rollins shoves him away. Mysterio regains control with a tornado DDT that sends Rollins to the outside. Ray hits the sunlight, the candlestick over his knee, grabs one of the shards. He shoves the broken shard into Rollins' eye, but it's not enough in this match. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Then Ray hits the 619, follows up with a stomp on the outside. Then he takes off his eye patch to show Rollins the damage to his right. Rollins' eye in the corner of the ring steps, but Seth hits a low blow into Rey Mysterio's nutsack. Then he drives Mysterio's head into the barricade, follows up with a stomp of his own. Then he grinds Mysterio's injured eye into the corner of the ring steps. And then we see Ray's eye pop out, though we don't see it. And then the referee calls for the bell when he sees the result of the action. And then the referee starts vomiting because he's gonna puke. And then Dominic comes out to ringside to help his dad to the back as the medics come. You know, Ray's like this. He's like crying up. No. And then we see Seth Rollins vomiting up. Holy fucking shit. So Seth Rollins picks up the victory. Match wasn't lasted 18 fucking minutes, which really should have been shorter. But it was what it was, ladies and gentlemen, and it'll go down in the annals of WWE as the first ever eye for an eye match, hopefully the last eye for an eye match. But Seth Rollins picks up the victory. Ray is now One-Eyed Willie, and off he goes into the sunset because he's going to AEW. And that'll be it for Rey Mysterio. And that is all I got to say about that. So Seth picks up the victory. We'll see what happens with him as time goes on. And like I said, Ray will be One-Eyed Willie, and I think his career in WWE is over right now because he's basically got no contract. I don't know if the feud will continue. I don't know why it would. But it looks like Ray's going bye-bye. And that'll be it for Ray. And he's most likely going to end his career in AEW. And that's that. So the match was kind of It was what it was. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, then we get to our next match for the Raw Women's title. We have the champion, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. Set my dick. With the lovely 80s punk rock looking Kairi Sane, who looked fucking hot. Woo! If I was in the audience, I would jump out of the audience and bang the fuck out of her. That's not sorry for another time. She takes on the boss, Sasha Banks, with Bayley at ringside. This was a pretty good match. Not great, but good. And horrible ending. So with Asuka muscling Sasha to the corner, but Sasha fought back, muscles Asuka into the other corner. Sasha catches Asuka in a standing side headlock, drives her knee into her face. Then Sasha slams Asuka to the mat. Asuka lands a kick to the face from the mat. Sasha locked in the bank statement and stomps on Asuka's hand when Asuka tried to grab the bottom rope. And then Sasha hits a running Meteora for a near fall. Asuka catches Sasha with a flying armbar, but Sasha got her boot on the ropes to break the hold. And then Sasha followed arm drag from the top rope and goes to work with the tops. Sasha goes for another armbar from the top, but Asuka counters with a knee to face. Then she connects with the running ass attack off the apron, but Asuka blocked it, hits a running knee shot from the apron. And then she rolls Sasha back in the ring, goes for the Asuka lock, but Sasha blocked it, slams Asuka's face into the middle turnbuckle. And then Sasha went with full Pete with all the freaking ending of the hands and knocked in a unique looking double armbar. That was pretty sick. Sasha then stomped on Asuka, makes the cover for a near fall. Sasha works over Asuka in the corner, hits a double knee shot to the ribs for another near fall. Goes back to the double armbar again, stomps on Asuka's chest. Don't hurt the titties. That's my job. Asuka fights her way back to her feet, lands a kick to the ribs. Then she connects with a spinning back fist, but Sasha drives Asuka's face into the middle turnbuckle again. Asuka comes back with a modified code breaker, goes for the ass attack, but Sasha sidesteps her. Sasha goes for a German suplex off the apron, but Asuka blocked it, tried to do the same, but Sasha counters into a powerbomb from the apron into the barricade. Ow. That had to hurt. Sasha rolls Asuka back in the ring, heads up top for a frog splash for a near fall. She locks in the bank statement, but Asuka claws her way to the ropes to break the hold. And then Asuka and Sasha on a brawl on the apron. Asuka hits a very bad-looking German suplex over the top rope and back in the ring. She tries for another German suplex, or she hits another German suplex, and a kick to the face for a near fall. Then she hits another German suplex, the third, and the hip attack for another near fall. Sasha fights back with a running knee for a near fall. And then they head up top, beats Asuka back down to the mat. Asuka heads back up top, goes for a super German suplex, but Sasha flipped over and lands on her knee. Ow. That's not good. Sasha heads back up top, but she slips off the rope and appears for her knee. Well, that's not good. And then they get to their knees and slug it out in the middle of the ring. Asuka tries to lock in the Asuka lock, but Bayley tries to distract the referee, so Kairi attacked Bayley on the outside. Asuka locks in the Asuka lock, so Bayley tosses in one of the women's tag team belts into the ring. Sasha's tapping out to the Asuka lock, but the referee's distracted and doesn't see it. Sasha starts arguing with the referee about the title belt. Actually, it was So Sasha kind of pissed. Asuka then goes for the green mist to Sasha, but she missed, hits the referee. So the referee's blinded. Bayley then takes advantage of the referee being blinded, knocks out Asuka with one of the title belts. Then she puts on the referee shirt. Pulls Sasha on top of Asuka, makes the 1, 2, 3, and then looks like Sasha won the belt. Maybe. But who knows? So Sasha defeats Asuka after Bayley knocks out Asuka with the championship belt. But really horrible ending. If they wanted to make Sasha win, they would have just made her win outright. And that's all I gotta say about that. But just a fucking horrible ending. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Raw. Sasha will proclaim that she's the champion, but she won't like the ending. She would like to win it outright. So they'll start maybe the planting of the seeds of the Bayley-Sasha match at SummerSlam, the ending of the Bayley-Sasha thing. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Asuka will probably ask for the rematch and then win back the belt and then start her feud with Shayna Baszler after Shayna puts Kairi out of her misery, which will suck. Let me see what it is. So Shayna will put Kairi out of the WWE for good, storyline wise, and Asuka will try to defend Kairi's honor at SummerSlam, put the belt on the line, but it'll be all for naught as Shayna Baszler will win the belt at SummerSlam, become the Raw Women's Champion, and hold it for like a year. Because nobody's gonna beat her except for maybe Charlotte. when Charlotte does come back, which may not be anytime soon. And that's all I got to say about that. So Sasha technically won the match and is technically a 5-time Raw Women's Champion, but it doesn't count, Sasha. It doesn't count. You know, you're my girl and everything, my fourth wife, but you didn't win the match because of your friend being a fucking bitch. That's all I got to say about that. And we're gonna move on from there. So the match itself was pretty decent. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Just the ending fucking sucked. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And that's it. And we move on. All right, then we get to the WWE title match. Drew McIntyre defending against Dolph Ziggler. And Ziggler had the advantage of naming his own stipulation. So Ziggler comes out, reveals that the stipulation for the match is Extreme Rules for him, but not for Drew. In addition, if Drew gets counted out or disqualified, Ziggler will win the title. So basically, this is all favoring Ziggy right now. Match itself was okay. It wasn't great. Also with Ziggler heading to the outside as soon as the match starts, but Drew followed him, sends him face first into the ring post. Ziggy ate the eyes, grabs a steel chair from under the ring. He heads into the ring, goes for a chair shot, but Matt blocked it, tosses the chair out of the ring, so he can't use weapons. Drew hits a belly-to-belly suplex that sends Ziggler out of the ring. Drew then pulls Ziggler back in the ring, but then quickly clotheslines him back to the outside. Then he tries to throw him into the ring post like a lawn dart. I lost my space. But Ziggy floats over, shoves McIntyre face first into the ring post. Ow. Ziggy sets up a table at ringside. Drew tries to suplex Ziggy through the table, but Drew remembers the stipulation and turns so he suplexes Ziggler onto the floor. Then Drew rolls Ziggy back in the ring, but Ziggy hits a low blow on Drew McIntyre's nutsack, which is all legal for Ziggy. You can do that. Ziggy goes to work with a series of chair shots to the back, drives Drew's foot in the back of the chair. Ow. Then they go to the outside of the ring, tosses Ziggler across the announce table. Did not hit Byron Saxton. Damn. Drew goes for a belly-to-belly suplex off the announce table, but Ziggy blocks it. Ziggy knocks Drew off the table, hits a famouser from the table on the floor. Drew grabbed the ropes, but Ziggler's holds can't be broken by the ropes under the rules, so no rope breaks. Ziggy sends McIntyre into the post in the corner, but Drew fights back with a clothesline. Pulls Ziggler out of the ring, slingshots him into the plexiglass barricade. Ow. Throws Ziggler back in the ring, goes for the Claymore, but Ziggler counters with a chair shot to the leg. That had to hurt. And then Ziggler hits the zigzag, looks to win the title, but only gets a 2 count. They go back to the outside. Ziggler hits a super kick on McIntyre onto a table, goes up top and hits a showman elbow off the top of the post through the table that disintegrated. And then Drew heads back into the ring, hits the Glasgow Kiss headbutt, but Ziggy fought back with a famouser and a Uranagi onto the chair. Then he was about to tune up the band for sweet chin music, but McIntyre counted into the Claymore kick. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre picks up the victory, retains the title in a pretty decent match. I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, but predictable ending. Drew retains the title, and we'll see where he goes from here and what his next feud will be, probably against Randy Orton in his monotonous voice. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So Drew retains, and we'll see what happens with him tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. Where he's going to go from here. Like I said, it's probably going to be a feud with Randy Orton at SummerSlam. But we'll see what happens with that, and we move on from there. All right, then we end the pay-per-view with the Wyatt Swamp fight non-title match. Braun Strowman taking on Bray Wyatt, the Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt, old school Bray Wyatt, whatever you want to call him. This was cinematic, just like Boneyard match, but not as great as the Boneyard match, but still decent for what it was. Starts off with Braun driving up to the swamp. Bray's waiting for him in his rocking chair. Strowman says he's home, but then everything goes dark, and then Bray disappears. And Braun goes into the swamp. It looks like fucking shit, by the way. Tries to find Bray. And then two guys out. Looks to be members of the Wyatt family. Not Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. Some two other guys. Maybe his distant cousins. Maybe Dallas. Who knows? They attack Braun. He beats him back into the swamp, but someone hits Strowman in the back with a shovel. Braun turns around and sees that it was him wearing a black mask, black sheep mask, that he basically hit himself with a shovel. The black sheep delivers another shot with a shovel, and Braun wakes up chained to a chair in some kind of rundown, winky-dink shack. Then we see Bray arrive with his lantern. Welcomes Braun home. Braun says that he hates Bray for everything that Wyatt has ever made him do. Bray pleads with Braun to understand that he is not Strowman's enemy. Bray says that humanity is a plague, but together he and Braun can rule them all. He says that Strowman is a weapon, and he is the hand that wields it. Bray says he has to destroy the monster that Braun has become in order for Braun to become the monster he was meant to be. And then someone walks up with a huge snake. It was Jake. Rubbish was at ringside. No, it wasn't Jake. I mean, this freaking snake was huge, not anaconda size, like python size huge. But everything goes dark as the snake strikes at Braun. Strowman then wakes up next to a fire, and someone attacks him, but Strowman throws him into the fire, and the guy catches on fire. And Braun's laughing up a storm. And then we see a ghost version of Alexa Bliss in a black veil call out to Strowman. Maybe Alexa was Abigail, Sister Abigail. That was kind of. I was like, I would see that. I was like, Alexa Bliss. Okay. She says that she knows he's always wanted them to be together. Maybe a girlfriend of Braun or something like that. She says that he can come home and they can be together forever. So Braun's girlfriend. Braun seems drawn toward the water to be with Alexa, but suddenly Bray attacks him. Braun throws Wyatt into a boat, not the dilapidated boat by Mr. Broken Matt Hardy. Yes. The boat starts drifting away from the shore, and then somehow it comes back to shore, but Bray is gone. Bray then attacks Braun from behind, tries to drown him. Somehow Braun disappears beneath the surface of the water, but then reemerges and pulls himself onto a pier. Bray attacks with a shovel, and he hits Braun with the shovel. Bray sees almost Braun rises and kicks Bray off the pier and into the water. Bray then disappears underneath the water, and Strowman says it's over. But then Bray's hand comes out from the water, like Jason from Friday the 13th Part 1, pulls Braun underneath the water, and then the water somehow turns a big bright red, something like that. And then the Fiend comes out. He stares into the camera, looking like he seemingly destroyed Braun Strowman, murdered him, if you will. So Bray, the Fiend, whatever version of Bray Wyatt, defeats Braun Strowman by swampification, or by suffocation, or by Jason Voorhees' finisher. So Bray picks up the victory. I was happy with that. And it looks like they're going to go with Bray Wyatt, well, the Fiend, and Braun Strowman to finish the feud at SummerSlam and for the Universal title. And it looks like the Fiend will win the Universal title for the second time, and Braun Strowman will go back in the obscurity. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. But match itself was all right. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Another cinematic match from the WWE. Not as great as the Boneyard match from The Undertaker and AJ, but still decent. I mean, I've seen better matches from Bray Wyatt. I mean, the House of Horrors match with Randy Orton back in the day. You know, but still, it was a pretty decent match, and that's all I gotta say about that. So, like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for the match. But still, this pay-per-view was fucking horrible. And the pay-per-view was fucking horrible. I gave it 3 out of 10 stars. I don't know. A lot of people thought, you know, if you're a WWE mark, you thought this was great. But fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. But this pay-per-view fucking sucked. I can only imagine what Raw is gonna be tomorrow night. Probably be another suck fest. Probably be the lowest rated Raw ever. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, like I said, 3 out of 10 stars for the horror show Xtreme Rules. Just fucking horrible. Horrible. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, leave me your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section of this video. What you thought of the pay-per-view, the matches, the eye for an eye match, the swamp match, and anything else on the card. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, the fallout from Xtreme Rules. The same thing on SmackDown this Friday night. As we're on the road to SummerSlam, coming up in about 3.5 weeks. So we'll see what happens with that and what matches will be announced for the show. And that's that. So that's it. Thank you to Jair for coming in the chat, to my good buddy Vincent Mendez. I think that's his last name. Electric Fiber 93. Thank you to Big Ben Bittner for chiming in. And to everybody else who watched the video, thank you for watching. And that's all I got to say about that. So that's it for now. Continue to subscribe to this channel. Let's get to 500 subscribers on this channel. And many, 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 many more on my other channels as well. Just get the word out. Put the links to my channel. Share it with your friends on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, everywhere else on the internet. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So once again, 3 out of 10 stars for a horrible Xtreme Rules. And we'll see what happens with Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, with the Big Show and Randy Orton in an unsanctioned match, and then whatever else happens tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. And that'll be it. And tomorrow night, I'll be doing my Raw review on the Killer Demon 669 channel. Probably later on in the night, probably like around 12, 1 o'clock. So we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. A great start to your week. Another week begins. And my quarantine continues. Another off week from I got to take another week off. So I got about another 11 days left of this fucking quarantine.
You're in the world quarantine.
What?
You're not the only one.
Huh?
The entire world is quarantined.
Yeah. Rose is quarantine. What?
You're not the only one.
No. Everybody else that's quarantined in the world, this fucking sucks because you got nothing really to do. I'm just waiting on my first test results. Hopefully they come in tomorrow or sometime this week. And then I gotta wait another week for my second test results to come in. And then I can finally go back to work. Because I need the money. I need money bad, but it is what it is. Because I got bills coming up at the end of this month and into early next month. I don't know how I'm going to pay all these bills, but we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. So that's it. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Goer signing off. Rosa says goodbye in spirit. And that's it. So tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw. Be back tomorrow night on the Killer of Demons channel with my Raw review. Get you ready for Raw. Talk about Raw as we get set up for SummerSlam in a couple weeks. And get you ready for another week in wrestling. Got AEW and NXT on Wednesday night, and then SmackDown on Friday night. And we got baseball starting on Thursday. And Friday, with the Mets starting on Friday against the Braves. The Yankees play the Nationals on Thursday night. Should be pretty good. So baseball's back. Yes. Let's go Mets. Rosa says yes, go Yankees, even though the Yankees can suck a fat cock. Me and Rose are going to have a war the next 60 games. War! We should make a bet, boo. We should make a bet. Who's going to win? How many games the Mets and the Yankees going to win? And the winner picks a stipulation or some shit. Maybe we'll do that later on. What? Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. So baseball's coming back this week. Hockey's coming back 2 weeks in 2 weeks with the playoffs. That's gonna be awesome. I don't know what's happening with basketball right now. That might be coming back soon with a couple games and then the playoffs. So sports is coming back. Great. Sucks without fans. Football's coming back in a couple weeks. Hopefully. So the world is getting back to normal. Sports is coming back. But the world still fucking sucks with this fucking virus. It's not going to end anytime soon. And tomorrow, New York goes into phase 4. So, Madison Square Garden is going to open up. The Barclays Center, Prudential Center, Citi Field, Yankee Stadium are going to open up. The zoo is going to open up. The aquariums are going to open up. Cultural centers are going to open up. But no outdoor dining, no bars, nothing like that. No movies and stuff like that, which sucks. Probably won't be open until next year. No concerts, probably till 2022, as I'm hearing now. So no concerts for the rest of this year and probably all of next year, which fucking sucks. I want to see fucking In This Moment already, and Zach Wild, and New Year's Day, and all the great metal bands. Looks like we're not gonna get it until maybe 2022. 2 fucking years, man.
Hey, can you cut the video already? 3 hours I've been waiting.
Shut up. Rosa wants to get online, so I'm gonna shut up now and edit this video up. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Rosa says goodnight. I say goodnight, and that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace. Bitches, fucking horrible pay-per-view tonight. Fucking horrible. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm out.